Hey guys, happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Let me know in the comments. Also in the comments, if you have any prayer requests or praises, let me know. Put those in the comments. I'd love to be praying for you guys. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing and how God is working in your life. Today is, I believe, I had to go back and count. Today is, I believe, our 40th daily devotion, if you haven't been keeping track. So, woo, yay for that. And I want to talk about parables today. Parables are super interesting to me. I really like the idea of them. I really like reading them and studying through parables. Jesus used parables all the time when he was teaching. Sometimes the meaning of the parable was super clear, and sometimes it wasn't. In Mark chapter 4, Jesus had to explain the parable of the sowers to the 12. They came to him, they didn't understand it. They said, "Hey, Jesus, what's up with this? We don't understand it." He explained it to them. Towards the end of his ministry, Jesus used parables to obscure the truth from non-believers while being able to teach his apostles. So he could teach his apostles in front of non-believers and they could understand these lessons and get these lessons, and it was a good thing. In John 3:19 says, "This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but people love darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil." See, these people had already seen the light, they'd already seen the truths, and they rejected it, so any exposure to more truths would increase their condemnation. I started looking into parables like right after the first Hume Lake I went to, or I guess the last Hume Lake I went to. The first one I went to this year. I went to 2 winter camps this year. It was awesome, and in case you weren't there or you don't remember, the entire theme of the winter camp, everything, the teaching was focused around the parable of the prodigal son. And so I was blessed to be able to go twice. I got the opportunity to have twice as much time to learn about the prodigal son, basically about that parable, and that was awesome. I've probably read it 3 to 4 dozen times since I've been back, and I probably know about half as much about it as I should or as I need to. It's one of Christ's most popular parables that he told. It's one of his most recognizable ones, but there are plenty more. In total, I counted 46 parables, and that's between Matthew, Mark, and Luke. And some of them are repeated, so there's not really 46. Some of them are repeated in 2 of those books. Some of them are repeated across all 3, and some of them are unique to each book. Some of them are only in the one book. But either way, it's a lot of parables. It's a lot of learning to do, and I really, really love unpacking them. So I encourage you guys. I would like to know what parables you guys like, what parables you guys can learn from. What's your favorite parable? My personal favorite is the prodigal son. I like it because there's not just one lesson we can learn from it. There's more than one lesson, but they're all great. Some of them have more than one lessons, and you can get really deep into all of them. So I encourage you guys, if you're having a hard time getting into the Word, reading it all, find a parable. They're short most of the time. They're just a handful of verses. It's not a full chapter, and it's a story. They're always pretty interesting. At least I think so. So I encourage you guys to find a parable and get into it, see what you can learn from it, and then go find the next parable. But for now, if you have a favorite parable, if you have a favorite lesson from a parable, drop that in the comments. I would love to know what it is. You might just get a raffle ticket for it, so let me know, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.